childcare has become, as the questioner pointed out, such an incredible need across Wisconsin. And I think what we've really learned through the crisis is, in order to be a productive member of the economy, you need to know that your children are in affordable, accessible, and safe childcare. You need to know, I mentioned before, taking care of your elderly parents. If they're in senior care, we need to have these kind of public good opportunities in order to help our economy really go forward. And it's one of the things that we're really focused on at WEDC, and we're working very closely with the Department of Children and Family Services, because we see that real tie between the economy and childcare. We are working right now with DCF to understand what are the ways that we can integrate business into the childcare model. One of the real challenges I've learned about is the childcare business model is really tough. Being able to run a childcare and to be able to pay your teachers and your caregivers in a way that then keeps them there and is a healthy living wage for them is really important. And so right now DCF has received first a $10 million grant from the federal government, got that before the pandemic hit, to do a strategic plan, to do a strategic look at Wisconsin and understand where are the real gaps we have and how do we start to fill those gaps. And then they're applying for the next phase of that. That was really, if you can believe it, just a one-year grant. There's a next phase of that to be able to then implement some of that strategic plan. So that's just, at a 500,000 foot level, what's happening. I encourage folks to go to DCF to look for resources. There are resources available, but this is a real challenge that we have to fix. And so unfortunately, I don't necessarily have like this is how you can fix it on a one-on-one basis. But I think it's incumbent on leaders like us to continue to look for ways to work with businesses, to make businesses understand if you want to have, access to workforce, right, which is a huge issue, then we need to bring people off of the sidelines. And a lot of, I think we have a fair number of people who are sitting on the sidelines because they're needing to stay home with their kids. And I will tell you, one of the biggest concerns I have is that women are bearing a lot of that burden. And if you remove women from the workplace, first of all, my mother's going to be really mad. From up there, she's going to be really mad because she did a lot of work to get women into the workplace, and she was my model for being here today. But we're also, having a diverse workplace and having women in the workplace is critical for economic growth. It's been proven, the research is there. So we need to think about how to keep women in the workplace, and that means by having childcare. So this is a big nut that I think collectively we have to crack. But I encourage you to, for short-term understanding of what the resources available, go to DCF's website.